And there's been this optics, I think, situation, shall we say, over the last maybe 6 months, maybe 7 months, where a lot of people are saying, hey, what's going on with Israel? What's going on with this relationship? Why do we, why are we seemingly getting involved in wars with, at the behest of Israel? And then there are people who look at Jeffrey Epstein, and they saw the Jeffrey Epstein situation, and I've talked about this at length, and they can see his ties to Ehud Barak, who was the former head of Israeli intelligence. He was also an Israeli prime minister, and whether I'm not even going to get into the debate of what exactly he was doing, but optically there are people in Gen Z who look at that and say, you see, there it is, right? That's the special treatment that these guys get, but we Americans, we are always ones coming last. Is that kind of the sense?
Without a doubt. I mean, I think when you are having people that are struggling to afford to live or have a nuclear family household, they can't even afford to buy a house, and all of a sudden these elites are getting pandered to, they're getting funds, they're getting all kinds of special treatment like Jeffrey Epstein got by other countries, and then America is prioritizing those countries over their own homeland.
Well, and
people's interests.
And I always got to give credit, prior to Trump's first administration, Jeffrey Epstein wasn't meaningfully dealt with by law enforcement at all in this country.
Right.
And so you got to give Trump credit. His administration arrested him the first time.
Absolutely.
And he died in prison. Okay, again, not getting into it, but we know, we know the story. But prior to that, he has all these relationships with the global elite. He's tied in with everyone. And for some reason, he's just able to do this without facing any legal consequences. And that's the perception. And Kenny, you've written about this forever. That's the perception that I think Trump ran against in the first place.
Absolutely.
Walk me through that. It really is this sort of like elites versus the people kind of dynamic.
Well, the definition of populism is the people against elitism, and that's in that entire mindset is what got Trump elected, both in the Republican primary in 2015, the general election in 2016, election was still for him in 2020, and then again in 2024. And I think you have seen over this first year, it feels like Trump at this point has been president for like 3 years, and we're only about 11 months in because of things that they have got done. But I think the reason he got re-elected this time, there was a new revitalization of the America First mindset in this country because of the rejection of elites. The reason Jeffrey Epstein is such a big topic within the American political sphere is because of the special treatment he got from the elites that he hosted, that he donated to, and that he propped up, like Bill Clinton, like Hillary Clinton, and seeing those elites.
Larry Summers from Harvard, Reid Hoffman from LinkedIn and PayPal and his Silicon Valley titan.
Yes, and that elitist mindset is what puts America last.